GeezerWoW, keeping track of things, stretching the memory. Let's go back and check our banker. It's a good way to start out, especially since I can't remember if she has anything to do. But she did have a posting and 20 silver. This is a nice bump. Open all. 2 more things. But we're kind of thinking she might turn into a leather crafter. So we'll have her bank those.
Good day to you.
Start with leather scraps.
See you later.
And her job now is to hang around the mailbox. Now let's go to our mage. We need to skill her up. I think just a 10 to get to the next level of training. Apprentice for Alchemy. Azure Snapdragon bulbs. They're around here. Anyone going to look north first, I think, and then swing around to the east clockwise. And then go off to the west and find out about. Oh yes, along the shore where those pillars are. I think that's right. And that's where these guys are. Beyond that is where that is. And north is where that is. And wow, that's way southwest. I still like the idea of swinging around to the east clockwise. So I'll do it around the base of that rise where those other things were. Totems of Uku and like that. So there are markers for something else, and I see something sparkling over here. Ah, it advances the Azure Snapdragon thing. So northerly was an okay way to go. I'm a 7, that's a 9. I'll think I'll take it anyway. I'll do an Alt 2, do an Alt 1.
I'm out of range.
I won't be. Alt.
Not ready yet.
Alt 1. Flanged mace. Take a look at that. I actually have nearly 20%. There it is. Well, it looks auctionable. Well, it requires level 2. I might get a sword or 2 from it. Pretty tight business here, though. I don't have a lot of bag space, that is. Well, oh look, I'm using the WA, WD combinations to look in each direction while I continue going forward. This root thresher is going wood aggro. I'll just go ahead and Alt 2 and
It's too far away.
and Alt 1 and 5. Way to use up the bag slot. Some copper with it. There's a level 8. I should have gone for a higher level since I'm a level 9. It was within my grasp, but 120 doesn't really advance me as much as I could have advanced. Well, here is a whole passel of quest givers. That bumped me a little bit. Insect-like beasts. And this is a leatherworker trainer. That's worth knowing. And I think that will be north of here along the coast. Murlocs are near water. And I can sell my junk. Not much of it, though. Unless I want to sell the tiger's eye. Is that one silver? Have I been missing that all this time? 1691, 1791. It's one silver. Well, for now, I think I'll sell it. It seems to pop up relatively often, and 4 slots seems like a good margin. 4 slots seems better than the 2 slots. There's my quest turn-in. And at the moment, I don't see any other quest givers, but this may turn into a chain. Not a bad bump. Not a great one. 25, maybe 3%. That itself did not generate any more quest givers. So back to my original plan, off to the east. Wonder if I can get over here with any profit. Make sure I have Flight Master and I guess that's all I really need. Well, I see 2 mobs I need to clear if I'm going to go off in this general direction. There's a 9, I'll start with him. I'm ready with the alt. 2 buttons on the right. Shoot. Start with the wand. Five. Repeat with the wand. And let's buff up. Line strength. Armor. Alt 2. Alt 1. Alt 1. Pretty good bow. Alt 2. Alt 1. Now, if I can get Strider meat, I'll send it to my warrior. So I remember the warrior could use it. The warrior could also skin. I'm missing 2 skins there. If I could only skin, but I can't. Runt. Alt 2. Alt 1. Alt 1. Well, Alt 2.
I need to get closer.
Oh, walked out of range. Oh, this is walking into range. Alt 2. Alt 1. Alt 1. I'm eating up my 200% stuff pretty quickly. Alt 2. Alt 1. 5. Alt 1. Looking for sparkles near these trees, as I recall, for that plant I need to gather. And using WA WD combinations with the mouse, holding down the right mouse key, moving against the WA to the WD. Oh shoot, well, it's a good thing I didn't aggro that one. 5. 1. Alt 5. Should get more used to using the left mouse button and moving the mouse sideways to move my camera around. I don't always see these things though. Alt 2. Alt 1. 5. Have I used up all my slots? Not quite. Ooh, I see sparklies. Another snapdragon. And one more. So this idea of going around that rise seems to be working out. I see another snapdragon. I see a couple of them. Okay,
I'm
so
out of range.
get up there. There you go. So what I think I'll do is go around the base of this and go back home. That's going to be in my way. Alt 2, Alt 1. Keep a look for ads. 5. And back up. Alt 2, Alt 1, 5, Alt 1. Today is a Thursday weekday. On the auction house, it's still pretty good for twinks and for leveling twinks, so things like potions should sell well. Alt 2, Alt 1. Alt 2. Mana is holding up really well. Part of it is my rotation includes a lot of the wand, which has a pretty good hit. Alt 2, Alt 1. 5, Alt 1. That instant fire blast is pretty effective too. I'll look at the overall map again. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track and should be around there in a little bit. Striders will aggro, so Alt 2, Alt 1. 5. Just whack it. And I feel normal, I see now. Just about through the road. Alt 2. Alt 1. 5. Alt 1. Well, went through that 20% pretty quickly. I thought it was what it was for. The reason that Blizzard gives is that if you're working with friends and you all can't be on at the same time, then if you're away and not playing, it gives you a chance to catch up with your friends who've been busily whacking things in your absence. Let's see what I got. Yep. Somebody wants that. There's the quest giver.
May the light embrace you.
700. That might be.
Dionys
Oh, that
Haka.
was pretty nice. It was maybe 10%. I think I have a bag or a bag slot or two that could be emptied here. Open all. Okay, probably could have put that off. But I'll send mail to Geez Pal, the paladin, who is the current banker. The flanged mace, which I cannot use. That's it, alas. Visit the anvil. Too early to actually use the repair, I think.
All prices here are reasonable.
But 4 pennies, 41 pennies. So those vines are worth tossing. Fangs are 6 pennies. Would generally be worth tossing. Okay.
Dionys Haka.
Bolt up the linen. I don't have any linen bolts right now. So that's going to save 1 bag space. And since there will be 4 left, I can collect up to 8 more linens and keep putting them into the stack of bolts. And keep 2 bags, to keep that bag space open, that extra bag space. For now, I'll just stick this up here. And I can free up another bag space by making all of these thoses. And I don't have any, haven't cooked any small egg yet. That would just simply displace the bag space, and if I collect any more eggs, it means I got to cook them right away to save that bag space. So well, I think I'll go back to Odysseus Landing, cook there, and see if there's anything going on, and then go southwest from there and hit those quests again. And come back to Azure Watch anytime I so please, and I'm progressing relatively nicely. Let's see what I have. 10, 20, 35, maybe 37% before I ding again and level to 10. At that time I need to go back to a trainer, but I think there's one in Azure Watch for Alchemy. So I'll probably just go home at that point. Oh, except that I don't have any of my alchemy equipment with me. Almost always I will need, not every time, but almost every time I'll need some kind of vial. Just leave over these guys. And everybody here is just waiting for me to finish my quests. So, to It wouldn't take much to start a fire, but I won't bother do that. And I'll end up with a free slot. It was unwise to have opened my Mage Royal and Peace Bloom. It took 2 slots. I'm just hauling them around. That was a mistake. My last buff has been used up. I think I'll just renew it now. Buff food, I should say. And actually, going around on this side of the cliffs, I'm not going to encounter anything I can't handle. And actually, that thing, I don't have to worry too much about aggroing things. In my mind, the worst thing about surprise aggro, is I'm not ready with my abilities, and I haven't started any casts that take time. So I have a 2-second cast that could do me some good. It will be 2 seconds of taking damage, even if I don't get enough pushback that I can't get it done. So it's these things again.
It's too far away.
It won't take long, I think, to get the relics. These are pretty common. Probably take a little bit longer to whack all the various kinds of myrmidons and things. Okay. Use your rotation. Alt 2, Alt 1, Alt 1, Alt 1. My bad, I missed one. 5, Alt 1. Let's make sure we're skilled up in staves. Oh, goody. Nice to have. Might end up sharing. Her. Alt 2. 1. With the stave.
I can't carry any more of those.
Oh, that's interesting. When it says of those, it means that it doesn't mean you're out of bag space. It means that you need to look at the quest. Take it to Odysseus' landing. Okay. Sometimes it seems like the game knows what you got in your bags or what kinds of things are available. Sometimes it's mysteriously silent on that. Alt 2, I'm going to use a 1. Burn some mana. Get a little quicker kill, and I'm not too concerned about my skill up on my wand. Alt 2, 1, 1. So continuously cast. Okay. I'm looking over here at myrmidons, sirens. Alt 2, 1, 1. Uh-oh. Will I finish? Make sure. I may be in trouble. Should have done that. Oh, phooey. Well, that was not a good progression. I should have saved my 5, since there was only 3% getting the other guy, and he also had a damage over time on him. So it was my first mistake. I didn't have my regular mage buffs up, which was really dumb. I forgot that I had my own buffs as well as the alchemy buffs and the food buff. So I need to remember when I'm on here. This thing I'm not quite sure what causes it. I haven't looked it up, but I can't do anything about it one way or the other. This heroic presence. So my attention should be getting 2 chemical buffs and 2 mage buffs and 1 food buff for a total of 5 extra buffs. So I should have a total of 6 as long as that helmet thing is up. Anyway, I got 1 out of the 2. Get past where that other added from. So let's do that now. Intellect, armor, chemical. Use these first because the food takes longer. So I got a total of 4 up. Oh, plus I get a gift buff. That's a good one. And I am in good shape. That may be the guy who scragged me before. Alt 2 and 1. The nice thing about the 1 is it has a longer range than the others. 85. Alt 2. So that if somebody's going away from you, 1, 5. You still target, you still get them. They don't run out of range. Well, I've got a lot of those, but I need to get through hers, so Alt 1, 5. Seeing how my mana will hold out and burning down to 78. Oh, the other thing is I had a heal, I just didn't use it. Something else I forgot. 2, 1, 1, 5. There's a Naga. Need some of those. Alt 2, 1, 1, 2. Now I'll just fight. Hold on, I can toss the mackerel if I need to. These are all together. That'll work. Alt 2.
It's too far away.
I was pushing it. This, oh, the Frostbolt's a 30-yard range now too. Oh, but the others are 35. Okay. Now, where I scale Naga is the only, there's a Myrmidon. Naga I need. Well, I also need to get that thingy, I think. So, Alt 2.
I'm out of range.
Oh, he's moving away. Alt 2's moving back now. 1. 1. 5. I need 3 more of these guys. Of those objects, I mean. Myrmidon, Siren. Well, I want to go around the wall that way. So, Alt 2, 1, 1, 5. The Naga, which I need to look around a little bit. Move up on him or her. 2. Alt.
I need to get closer.
Out of range again? Oh. Alt 2. 1. 1. 5. Wow, that was a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna toss the leather skin mackerel. I might be able to auction that. It's level 3 things. I think I can auction them, but they will hardly pay for their mail. I have to make a 30-cent profit just to justify mailing them to the banker. One more Naga and several more ancient relics. And I'll probably need to whack this Siren. Alt 2, 1, 1, 5. Fix this up. And she may be in my way. Well, I couldn't, there we go. Alt 2, 1, 1, 1. One more. And that's a Naga, so that'll take care of everything. Alt 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Okay. There's a Myrmidon. I need to go through that to get to the beach. 1. 1. 5. Let's go and knock him pretty thoroughly. Check to see where I'm going. I should turn 90 degrees. Well, no, I think I need to get off of this island and onto the next, so I think this may be an okay way to go. A little bit too northerly, but oops, there's a cat. Sidestep it a little bit. Oops, didn't sidestep him very much. 5. Start whacking with something. 5 again. How's she equipped? Yes. Losing a lot of health, but I have 7 minutes on my health.
Inventory is full.
Yeah, it figures. I don't skin, and that's not worth very much, so I'll leave it this way. Instead, I'll eat something. I have fewer hunks of bread than I do of spice bread, so I'll free up a bag slot faster if I eat the spice bread. I mean the hunk bread. Back to 100%. Somebody asked if I needed a guild. I replied, nah. It's a 9. Don't know if I need to take him on or not. I'm really interested in completing these quests so I can free up some bag space. I could just head back to the quest givers there on the shore. But since I'm so far west, I would prefer not to. Okay. Numlock. I don't see anybody dangerous. And I'm going the wrong direction, going toward the dock. There's the island. In the misty distance. If I must swing my shot. Let's see a place to land. Raise the angle of my right mouse button so I'm above the water. My head is. And at least right at the water level I don't see anything dangerous under the water. So let's move the camera up and see where I'm going to come out. Turn back this way a little bit. Oh, the whole thing's on the map. That's convenient. Now I'm going to read the text again, but in general I think I'm looking for a little spot and an inlet. Trees Company. A cove on the western island. Go to the cove and look for a Naga flag. If the flag is there, the meeting is planned. Oh boy. I got Blessing of Might renewed. I need all the help I can get. Already blew a pair of 2-hour buffs because I was too dumb to finish a quest to keep my hits up. Oh, this looks like a cove. That looks like a flag. So what do? Come over here nearby and put on the tree disguise. There I am. I can't move. Ah, here come the villains now. The camera can move. I'll move it in. I think the reason you don't hear these characters, there is a set of standard replies like that can be substituted in English pretty easily, and then they're the ones in those native languages that don't have to be changed for other users. But the text is pretty easy to substitute. So a bunch of threats. The quest is done. Okay, return to Odysseus' Landing. What is this? Oh yeah, it's just to the east of Still Pine Hold. That's to the north of Still Pine Hold. Ah, southeast docks of Silver Mist Isle. And on Silver Mist Isle, southeast docks. I wonder if they're down here. So I'm very close to getting this most extreme one. After that, I think the distance is might hearth out of here and then run down to Odysseus' Landing. But it depends. I only have about 15%. Call it 17 to go to finish my level 10. But that's okay. I could get my Alchemy and then be waiting. Well, here's a dock, and yeah, there is the turn-in. So I could still do that and then go ahead and run to the Exodar, so I could actually do some chemistry.
The moon be with you.
I don't know how. Let's see how much this boosts me. About 6%. Oh yeah, Colin's family. This is kind of tough because owl beasts stormed the beach, blacked out. So his family's up the hill in that house. I think I'll come back for this. So I have sort of a plan. So right click.
I hope you find something useful.
Sell the grays. I don't know what to do with the oh, that may be necessary for turn-in, so never mind. That's about all I can do here.
Favor the road traveled by few.
The archaeologist is Odysseus Landing. Odysseus Landing. Odysseus Landing. Odysseus Landing. So the ones that I do have turn-ins for, I need to run to Odysseus' Landing for to the south. So, okay. And I'm about 90%. I can actually get a precise figure by hovering. It says 91%, 5863 over 6500 on the bar. And I'm locked. I'm going wrong. That's not north. That's not, I mean, that's not south. So I need to check my mini-map sooner to make sure that when I turn getting out of what I thought I was getting out of, I ended up going the right direction. That should be pretty fundamental. So, like I said, go south. That's reassuring. Seeing the structures up there is reassuring. I recognize Odysseus Landing now. I may not remember the name of Odysseus' Landing. But I do still remember what it looks like. That banner hanging is the banner of the Alliance. I haven't really pointed it out yet. Eventually, or for much longer, we'll see some banners of the Horde. So let's see how much we gain. 3 of them all together.
Elune be with you.
I don't have the rune covered tablets. Oh, I do have that one, yes. Just thinking about something else. 70, not much, but step in the right direction. Ah, I'll pick up another quest, might as well. Well, I can't for some reason.
Elune light your path. I am honored.
Don't know what that was about.
May the stars guide you.
What can I do for you?
A little bug in the on the blizzard end of this. So I got the kit 600. That'll be the rest of that 5%, I think. Oh, that was enough. Okay then. So, oh yeah, Spark Overgrind's the guy running around. And he's got a 5/8 staff, and I've got a 2/7 staff, and it'll add 3, and that would be a good thing.
For the Alliance.
Definitely accept that. And oh yeah, her question marks.
How are ya?
Yeah, the ancient relics, 700 again. So
See you soon.
nearly 10%. Now she'll stop screwing around with me. I did do that, and another 700%. That should be like 18, 5, 10, 15, 18, or 19. Now I can go after him, and I can bend those things.
Goddess watch over you.
One or the other. Did I get them all? Yes. So there's an NPC that we saw earlier running around on the beach. There he is. Yep, and now I can talk to him. Well, if I catch up with him, I can.
Hey!
He's a 9. Okay. Yeah, he's the traitor.
Off and away! Pleased to meet you.
Okie dokie. That was quick and easy. And now I need to run to the capital where I can buy
Well met.
vials. Show no mercy. And I can skill up my wand some more. And then I have the discipline stick, which I'll complete. Yeah, 10, 20, nearly 30%. And then go back to Azure Watch.
Light bless you.
And I'll end up there. So move this into here. Then equip it. And then soulbound, so I'll sell that. I guess I'll try to vend that. I mean, auction it. Well, yeah, it's a white. Not high level, but maybe be worth a couple of silver. Oops, stuck on a tree. Off to the Exodar. That's Azure Watch, but the Exodar should be relatively in front of me at this angle. And I don't have much to fear in this area of the world now, because anything that aggroes should be a couple of levels below me. Some classes have damage over time spells that can be applied instantly. They don't have a cast time, or they have a very short cast time. And so there's a strategy where the player applies damage over time and then simply runs away from the mob and keeps applying damage over time as the old DOT expires, or oops, going the wrong direction, or applies new DOT. And especially since there might be more than one mob involved, it's come to be known as kiting. So it looks like the tail of a kite following the player, following the avatar. So if you're kiting, that's what that's about. So you're not trying to escape. If you're kiting, you're just trying to run around in circles and stay out of melee. If your mobs are using ranged abilities, kiting doesn't really work. Getting there. I guess it's sort of behind to the left. Have I screwed up? No, I'm going the wrong direction. There's another entrance. Maybe I should go down that. but I think it'll be useful to find this entrance. Ahead is where the Flight Master should be. Yep, it shows up. And the entrance is counterclockwise from the Flight Master. The main entrance. There's the back entrance. We'll look at that, especially when we start exploring off the island into other zones. And there's the big hole. And I'll ask one of the guards about locating the alchemist, just to refresh my memory. Anybody where a hover shows a scroll can tell you where to find things in the vicinity. There's an NPC with a scroll. Peacekeeper.
Good fortune.
Profession trainer, alchemy. Okay.
Remain vigilant.
Peacekeeper reminds me of the Hunger Games. Okay, there is the bank. And I think they just go around the bank and take the first right after the bank. I just happen to remember what they looked like on the mini map, on the pop-up map. Bank. Well, let's stash what I want to keep, but I don't want to carry. Let's pull
Each day
what
is
I
a
have
blessing.
that I need. Okay. Do that. Do that. Well, wait, I'll and also sell that. And that's just a seashell. It's not clams, and so I missed a bit
May
there.
your days be long and your hardships few.
I did not examine it as a gray, but I'll make my writing go up to the vendors for alchemy, and I will be able to fix that. I think it was right between these, and so I'll just go over this little partition. And I can see the bronze colored arrow. So I'm going the right way. A lot of peacekeepers. So it's tucked in behind the stairs. After I visit this vendor a dozen times, I'll finally remember where to find her. Alchemy supplies. Herbalism trainer. Alchemy trainer.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
So I do train journeyman. And that raises my cap.
Remember the lessons of the past.
May I be of service?
I'm just right clicking. 40. Whoa. I have to have 305 to acquire this recipe. 350 to acquire this recipe. I can purchase some herbs.
Blessings upon your family.
Oh, I did have some clams. I just didn't use them. So I'll turn back down. Go back to the bank. Maybe before I go too far, I should scope out what sorts of things I might have here. I don't have any linen cloth anymore that can bolt up. I just need coarse thread for shirts, for cloaks, and for pants. So before I go very far, I should look to see if I can find the tailor supplies. Maybe use up my slots for some coarse thread.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Remember the lessons of the past.
Well, the tailor is way over to my east. Okay. And then I'll just go down the wall and be near the auction house. I think. Looks like there's a tunnel up here. That may be what I'm looking at right in front of me on the big map, connecting toward the traders tier. It doesn't look like I'm going through the tunnel here, but I guess I am. And then if I swing toward where the pointer is, can't really tell what's in front of me. This doesn't look fatal. Oh yeah, now I can see stuff. The cloth quartermaster. This is a way to gain reputation against
Warm wishes to you.
by purchasing it with cloth.
Be well.
And for somebody, for a twink that's let's see, just to make
Arcanon
sure I don't have
Taurus.
anything left here. Oh yeah, I do. Train the brown linen vest and the linen belt, simple linen boots.
Be kind to those less
And give me
fortunate.
some serious
You wish to buy?
coarse
Trade?
thread. I'm going to go left click, put in 20. Okay.
Remain vigilant.
Okay. When I pull out of the bank, I can start getting serious. So go back down and then swing off. When I get to the core, swing off to the left and go back to the bank. At this point, at least, I don't really need the auction house. I'll just send them to my banker when I get stuff. I'm thinking I'll get to the auction house anyway. I see 3 empty slots, and one of them's only got a 4 in it. Even though it's a lot of trouble to find out where the cheap bags are. See if I can buy some cheap bags for myself.
The Legion's end draws near.
Zip, click, zip, click. Here we go. 49 silver. I don't have that. Is that for, that's from 8. 3 silver for 6. There we go. 4 silver actually. But there are these also. So, it won't hurt me to actually make a bid on a couple of 2 silvers. If I can figure out how. Bid. I'll bid 2 silver. I'll bid 2 silver. And then just to secure something I can actually use right away, I'll buy out a 4 silver bag.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
Sure. And before going to that mailbox, I'll head over here. Just run up the rim a little bit. Jump through these boxes. See, do I have anything to mail? No, but I got stuff to bank. Oh, look. Spring water I can bank.
Open your heart to the light.
And I have banked that before, so bank that. And I'll save the eggs. Maybe I can wait. I'm using the moon grays. Sell. I should have sold, I forgot. Save the clams. I'll probably be using that stack for too long. And I'll send that to the auction house. And that to these 2 whites. So for now, I'll stash this. Gives me more slots to
Safe
work with.
journey.
Go back and sell the stuff I forgot to sell when I had the vendor. When I had the vendors earlier. Because this
You wish to buy?
forgiving
Trade?
will buy them. 54 and 30. Silver.
Be well.
And hit the alchemy. Minor rejuvenation potion. Mana and health. That could be useful. Oh, I should pull out the other herbs. And did I get my bag? So, get my bag. Geez, pal. Have her auction this and this. Deploy the bag. Go back down, get the herbs, yes. See what I can make. I'll just stay in the bank.
Arcanon Poros.
Oh, that's an herb. I've got the extra vials too, might as well include them. Okay. Now what can I do? Well, the minor rejuvenation potion, I can still make exactly 20 of those, 10 of those. And if I do it, I'll use the peace bloom. Oh, it's 40 to 1. Okay, so I'll have peace bloom left over. And why can't I make... Oh, because that eats up earthroot. I sort of prefer that. It seems to be more useful to me. So I'll start with this. Create all. I really don't need a combination of mana and health on this tune now. So I think I'll move these down to remind myself to send them to the auction. Oops. Oh, that increases health. And that increases armor. Well, that regens health. That increases the maximum. That's what we'll do. 10 more of these. And after this is done, we'll have high enough level to go back to the trainer and see if we can't get some more formulas. I think I'll sell both of these. So, extra peace bloom. It's the only extra herb I have. Move this down here. Put the vials up next to the herb. Take all my linen that I've got stashed and my coarse thread. Move these out of the way for the time being. See what I can make here. I'll need one of these, so I'm going to go 11 and see how that works. They're all whites. The only problem with trying to sell them is that I may not be the only tailor skilling up. Don't want to put that in the bank.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
Shift B. I'll take the odd one here. And later I'll sell that, so we'll swap this way. So I have a prettier shirt. Simple linen. That's a 12 armor. What have I got? I have a 12 armor, but it's a white. So I'll create one for my own use. I'll swap that way first. Then I'll swap this way. And then these... Linen belt, 9 armor. I have a 3 armor, so I'll create one of these right away. Swap it. And the linen vest, 15 armor. I have a 10 armor, so I'll create one for myself right away. Swap it. Oh. Okay. And I have enough for 12 of those. I'm going to send all of these to my banker, and if she can't sell them, she can vend them. Plus. Oh, and Geez, pal. Okay. So now I'm heading to, I'll get rid of these
All
here.
prices here are reasonable.
9 cents, 1 cent, 20 cents, 1 cent.
Be kind to those less fortunate.
And go up against the wall. Just to the right of the auction house. I think it's in this bunch straight ahead, and yeah, there's the cloth quartermaster looking for the trainer.
Open your heart to the light.
Wow. Train, 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 train. You can be more particular about what you train.
Remember the lessons of the past.
All prices here are reasonable.
And 6 from 20 is 14, so left click 14. Well, actually I should wait until I've tailored up a little bit, because now I've got a bunch of stuff. Brown linen vest is what I'm equipped with now. Linen belt is what I'm equipped with now, I think. Brown linen robe. Oh, gotta have one of those for myself. So create it. Brown linen pants. Oh yeah, create it. And heavy linen gloves. Don't have gloves at all apparently. Create it. Okay. Equip. Now we're getting into the greens, and they can be disenchanted. So they'll be more popular in the auction house, just so the skilling up enchanters can eat them. So these things take 2 bolts of cloth. What's the least that still will guarantee? Ah, well then, I'm at 44. Let's see if I create a 45th one, if that changes. Yes, it does. So now these are not always guaranteed to skill up, but the robe is. There's only one available, but it'll take 3. So let's see how we can stretch it. linen belt. Oh, it takes 1. So let's create all and see what happens. These colors usually change on intervals of 5 or 10. So that's still good, and I'm at nearly a 50. Well, that's sort of sad. I'll bet 50 is suddenly another
May the
warm place
light embrace you.
for more training. Ah, that's what I've been looking for. So yeah, I want to train that. It's nearly a silver, but now I can make my own
Dionys Aka.
6-slot bags. I definitely can.
May I be of service?
I think you can be of service. 12, 20, 8 will make 20. So left click 8. I'm using the numbers above the on the top of the keypad instead of the numeric keypad, mainly because my left hand is tied up on the mouse. And then I'll do a 20. And then
Dionysaka.
I think I had more alchemy training. I see that opening over just to the right of where I'm going. That should connect, otherwise I see a staircase. Do a B, I'll get rid of that. Yep. It's that tunnel, except it doesn't quite align with the map. And it's through here somewhere, but if I run into some help, I'll take advantage of it. Or just do the guy thing and say, I don't know where I'm going. Why don't you stop and ask for directions? Well, because I'm making such good time.
Krona Kai Christor.
But alchemy.
May your days be long
Oh,
and your
yeah.
hardships few.
Kind of seems like it's behind the stairs or something. Oh, here it is. Really? Okay.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
So before I bump again to raise my cap, I have to have a level 20. In the meantime, I can have a lesser healing potion that uses briar thorn. I think it's being gathered for me, and existing minor healing potions. So exit. Oh, I can't train. I burned all my silver.
Safe journey.
Bummer. I need 6 silver. Maybe I should have been less greedy about taking every possible recipe in tailoring. But I wasn't, I did. So hang out near the bank again. And stash tailoring.
Blessings upon you. May your days be long and your hardships few.
Now, will I forget that I can make linen bags or
Welcome. Browse at your leisure.
Maybe. Okay. This is a white and is not soulbound. This is a white and is not soulbound. They're both very low level. So I can actually, I might be able to auction these things. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
Pass them all off to the banker. And I keep pressing the shift key to make sure I'm doing as best I can. That habit protects me from selling something I should have equipped. Okay. And Geez pal. Off it goes. Oofta. Well, so I've accomplished that. In the meantime, much to my surprise, this says I could hearth back. Now, since I'll probably forget and hearth back, instead of that, I'm going to go to my banker. Geez pal. Geez mag needs silver. What you gonna do? Open all. It's gonna fill it up.
I can't carry anymore.
Phooey. That's all I got. Geez mag. I'll put in a topic train. Take it out of all caps. And I have 25 silver, so 10 silver shouldn't be any problem. Unless I forget to press my unlock key. Send that. And since I'm here, I guess I'll go ahead and see if I can auction these things. You know what, I'm going to, well, I can hover and see 11 cents. Okay, I can hover now. I used to have to go to a vendor and see what various things were worth at the minimum. Alt B. So what are these things going for? Well, they're not as many as I thought there'd be. And 49 silver. A lot more than, what is it, 11 copper they're offering? Say, and what is the level? I don't even say, so I'm going to say 10 silver. I think 49 is absurd. I think 10 is absurd too, but and it's going to be, today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll go ahead and leave them up. in case I come back in the next, within the next 24 hours, and everybody's gone below me again, I'm going to leave the last 5 up. So how about these belts? Oops. Oh, the caps key doesn't do that. Shift key. It's a level 4 and 14 silver, which is not bad for that's more than 22 copper, more than I had hoped. I'll see 8 and 10, and again 48 hours. So put half of them in. Brownland Invest. Just one going for 2 silver. That's actually a really decent price. It's a level 3, 31 copper, 239. I'll say 235. Some proportion of these postings are from people that are crafting on the same tune that they're using to collect, which means they don't visit the auction house all that often. I'm going to go ahead and do them both. Oops. There we go. Other people are a lot more savvy about the auction house and work it like I do with a banker. This is level 2. I think 5 silver, considering what we've been seeing. I'm going to say 4 silver, 5 silver. Okay, so I'm holding back these. Oh, let's go ahead and get these out of the way. Oh, you're kidding. That's laughable. Requires level 5. I'm going to say 10 silver, 1 silver apiece. Say 850, 10. Pardon me. Those are reasonable prices. I was only asking 1 silver apiece for that last thing. They're asking about 240 for one of these. I'll do it for 2 silver, which means 18 and 20. Sometimes if you put up what you got and it undersells whoever's posting, if they don't check very often, you can get in and out, and they won't even know it was on auction for a lower price. So they won't underbid you. Now, before I forget it, log out, go to my Mage, finish up
The Legion will fall.
profession Alchemy,
Do not lose faith.
straight up and behind the staircase. Oops. Oh yeah, there's the staircase, and it's to the left of, to the right of this opening and left of the staircase. That's not really an opening, is it? No, it's a jewel of some sort.
Warm wishes to you.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah. Oh, I have to...
Safe journey.
First of all, I have to get the money. And then I also have a... Wasn't I missing training on the Fui, on the bags? Yeah, I'm so confused. I've now forgotten whether... It seemed like I was desperate to train on a linen bag. But I also want this alchemy training. I actually don't know if there's enough money available altogether. I have 11. Can I do... I can already do a linen bag. Okay, so I did get that. So I don't have to go get it again. So I do have to go back for the alchemy. Oops. So we're to go up to the left of the bank, and so we're here somewhere. Nope, there's the staircase, and there's that jewel thing to the left of it. And these art pieces, or whatever they are, that are dancing around. And there he is.
Each day is a blessing.
All I have is the lesser healing potion. Train it. Okay.
Remember the lessons of the past.
You got 10, 20, nearly 30% back to Azure Watch, where I'll sleep for a while. JC, if you see it in chat, means jewel crafting. Jewel crafters can build enhancements to armors and weapons. The particular armor piece or weapon has to support that in advance, though. It has to have a jewel crafting slot. So, turn this in.
The Legion's end draws near.
200. Sorry, percent. Go out to the Exodar, where the animals are kept, for a tiny little
Remember the
boost.
lessons of the past.
Except for low-level quests, which are essentially, I think, like 5 or 6 below your current level. Quests that initially don't seem to yield much XP typically lead to quest chains, into quest chains which do.
Good fortune.
Oh yeah. Well, that'll be useful. That's an 8/8 staff. That would replace a 5/8 staff. And I don't have any two-handed weapons yet, so don't know what I'll do. That's a lot of experience.
Blessings upon
I
your
definitely
family.
want that. And I think that's along that northern shore, which hasn't been explored yet. Where'd that mailbox? Okay. I did put in bids for extra bags. Okie dokie. Well, getting tired. Real life calls. And we've been at this for a pretty good time. We've skilled up, we've leveled up. We're well on our way to the next odd level. And so I'm going to leave the game, and I'll see you all next time.